All right. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to what should be an exciting day four in this Windies Regional 40 encounter between the volcanoes and the scorpions here at Savannah Park. And we'll tell you what the equation is from here on in. As this delivery from Shane Thomas is worked into the onside. And for our single, the first run of the day, Kerry Scott is here with me. The volcano started out needing 111 to win, with 6 second innings wickets intact. And should be an interesting final day here, Kerry.
Yeah, I expect it to be an interesting final day. Kirk Edwards, he's still there, along with Kevin Hodge. Kirk Edwards, he batted extremely well yesterday. I think, when I go back to how he approached the innings yesterday, he seemed very positive in his approach. He's there on 35, far more positive than he was in the first innings. I thought the Jamaican bowling, however, last night was a little bit flat, and their out cricket was also a little bit flat. I'm not sure if it was on account of the lights or so, but they would certainly want to do better today.
Shane Thomas rolls into bowl to the Volcanoes captain. He's getting a delivery that he just got in behind and played it back down the pitch. Early wicket is crucial for either team. Certainly the Volcanoes will want this year to carry on until what you call supper. I continue to call lunch in 2 hours. And if they are together anywhere close to that time, then the Volcanoes will have the upper hand. On the other hand, the Jamaica Scorpions bowlers will want to break through early. So a lot will depend on what happens, I think, in the next hour or so.
And one believes once the Volcanoes are still batting at the end of this session, it should be an interesting one.
Thomas bowls and Edwards works to come towards mid wicket, or at least try to, or just dropping down in front of him. And all right.
Yeah, so time will be a very important factor today. The Volcanoes, I'm sure, the longer they bat, I'm sure the closer they'll be getting to that score. So the Scorpions would want to pick up some early wickets to sort of set them back. However, I'm almost 100% sure that once the Volcano team is still batting at lunchtime, they should want somewhere about maybe 30 runs or so.
All right, so Thomas bowls, and this is just knocked down by the Kirk Edwards. A little bit back of the net, and Edwards has done very well to all those deliveries so far. Who would you be using at this end or at the other end? I mean, Shane Thomas, I think it's the obvious choice from that far end. Do you go with a tried and trusted Nikita Miller, or do you go with a conventional two-pace to start?
Certainly, I mean, after getting a good night's rest and some more rest this morning again before it started playing, I certainly would go for Nikita Miller. There's no other way that I believe that he'll be able to go.
Thomas Bowles, Edwards works this one out towards fine leg again, short. And again, Edwards was in absolutely no trouble whatsoever. So they've added two this morning. The total now 178 for four. Edwards is on 36. Hodge is on 16. Another 109 for victory from the Windwards Volcanoes. And these two have started pretty well.
So that length that Shane Thomas has been bowling since the start of this day's play certainly will not work. That length is just too short, and it's in the body of the batsman. That's like easy runs that you're giving them. They'll pick you off almost with certainty, and you certainly don't want that. You want to ensure that you're pegging at that off stump and getting them to play.
Well, what you have suggested, Kerry Scott, has come to practice with start. With Nikita Miller from this end. Nikita Miller, who was unlucky yesterday not to pick up the wicket of Hodge, who was dropped by Asad Fullerton, the second to last delivery of the day. Relatively easy catch as it goes, that slid it off. And we'll see whether they live to rule this. He's in now, Nikita Miller to bowl to Edwards with a slip, and that may not slip it off. And that's down the leg side. Taken by Alden Thomas. At the line, nobody to the right of backward square, so any touch on that, there would have been runs for the Volcanoes captain. Miller again, and punched easily off the back foot.
So Miller, he is pretty much going to be trying to bowl these balls middle and off stump, trying to get the LBW. Edwards, you won't be spinning a lot.
No, we can balls and Edwards is forward, plays out to Again, no run. Remains on 36 is Windwards. Still another 109 for the Volcanoes to achieve a win here. Middle balls, and that's work out towards that straight wicket fielder. No run.
I actually like this field to Kirk Edwards. It's not overly aggressive, but he has men in the right areas.
He drives out towards Langan and gets an easy single as John Campbell came off the boundary. Moves up by 1 to 37. And it's now 178 for 4.
Yeah, so certainly at the start of the morning, you don't want him getting off to any brisk starts by getting boundaries and so on. So Nikita Miller, I think, did the right thing there to Kirk Edwards to have the men, both men back. I think though he wanted to bowl more to Hodge.
Hodge is getting one that bounced a touch on him. And dropping hands didn't play. End of the first Nikita Miller over. And at the end of it, it's 179 for 4. The target is 287. And we expect a good cricket match here on this final. There has been a low scoring game. No team has yet made higher than 210, which is what the Scorpions made in their first innings. 179 for 4, though, the Volcanoes responding very well.
So this brings me back to early yesterday, where the captain of the coach of the Volcanoes team, Andre Cole, said at 250, he wouldn't want to be chasing more than 250.
So now Thomas the ball to Hodge, and that's a bumper. And had some wheels behind that, but the batsman ducked away. It's the Edwards, in fact, and through to the keeper.
And Edwards was served up some short stuff on day two. The evening of day two, both himself and Sunil Ambrose, they were served up some short stuff by both O'Shane Thomas and Leonard Leverage, which saw the downfall of both of them. But at the end of the day, I think that on this pitch, the way it has behaved the last day or so, I believe that you have to bowl a fuller length on it.
Let's see what Thomas will do. Will he bowl that fuller length? You know, it's another foul ball, another bumper that Edwards didn't make contact. He was just trying to swivel it away down towards the long field. He didn't get a touch, and then Thomas had to move around to his left.
Again, that length is just too short and ill-directed. It was down the leg side. I believe O'Shane Thomas needs to get his wrist firmly behind that ball to try and keep it from going down the leg side. I think where it's starting, it's good areas, but it's tailing away.
Indeed, this time is worked. Again, down to the long leg fielder, bowling a touchdown straight, and again that was a little bit on the short side. He still has 2 slips and a gully. You don't want to see him just pitching the ball a little bit more up, but he's trying to work up some pace. They need an effort. We know what Nikita will do. He'll be fairly tight at one end, and more often than not, he's likely to pick up wickets, but he does need help from the other end. And so far, in this innings, the fast bowlers are not looking as effective as they did when the Volcanoes batted for the first time. Thomas now bowls to Hodge, and Hodge gets another shot and then ducks away. That one was directed. And the umpire signaling that's 1 more for the over. Yeah, thoughts on that bumper to Captain Hodge?
Yeah, again, good short ball, but ultimately not the type of delivery that you want to bowl that will get you in the business area. Again, O'Shane Thomas bowling some short deliveries, and they are certainly on the back foot now. So I would certainly believe that this would be the perfect opportunity for him to try and slip a couple up.
Let's see. Hodge is getting one down the left side. Clearly now, O'Shane Thomas can't be too happy with what he's doing at the moment. Hasn't yet been one delivery outside that little off channel. It's either short or down the leg side. Either short and at the batsman or down the leg side.
So that last delivery was supposed to have been the ball that he pitched up. He did pitch it up, but down the leg side, badly directed. But again, I think that what he's doing here is really good for him, O'Shane Thomas, because he has to get accustomed to bowling at these stages in games.
Thomas bowls and Kevin Hodge is confident in behind it, punching over. It is 180 for 4. Hodge is on 16. Kirk Edwards is on 38. And after the early exchange this morning, no real alarms. The two batsmen, Hodge and Edwards, have looked fairly sound up to this point.
And what needs to happen is that Shane Thomas, if he's going to continue from that end, he's certainly going to have to test the batsman a little bit more. Nikita Miller at the other end, I believe the batsmen, they'll be more than welcome to just block him out if they know at the other end they can score freely, and there's really no problem there for them. So they'll be more intense in batting Nikita Miller because they know at the other end they can pick off singles, maybe get a loose one and get a boundary, and that would be sufficient for them.
All right, so Nikita Miller now, and the batsman is forward. And that's Kirk Edwards just coming forward and playing to that man, Silly Miller. Miller switches the ball from hand to hand, and then that one is perilously close to the stumps. Edwards was back, it stayed down a touch. Let's see if there's going to be any signal. No, so he might have gotten a little back on that, but that one stayed down. Should have probably been on the front foot to that one. And that is as close as the Scorpions have come to creating any kind of trouble.
Yeah, again, that ball was delivered just on the line of the off stump. It came back with the arm at a little pace. It came back a little bit quicker than Kirk Edwards had anticipated. He came down just in time, got some inside edge, and ran between the wicketkeeper and the man had slipped.
Hodge now off the back foot, punches clear on the offside. Runs here for the Volcanoes team. They've turned for one. Well, they made one and now turning for the second. And another volley of 2 runs to the Volcanoes cause. The Scorpions here, Kevin Scott, not looking all that cock-a-hoop. They've come out a little bit flat, to be honest. We're not seeing any G'ing up from the fielders. The body language seems to be that almost as if they're waiting for something to happen. They don't seem confident that they can create the opportunities. And in the early exchanges here on day 4, the Volcanoes will feel that psychologically the edges with them. That's driven down to a middle for a quick sail. This could be tight now. The batsman is home.
Oh,
And in any case, that's an overthrow. And it will run into the boundary of 4. So that's 5. And as I was saying, Kelly Scott, the Jamaican body language is not looking all that great. The fielding and the backing up wasn't all that great. The outfield, the out cricket generally, has looked a little flat, almost as if they feel that they are on the back foot. And if you think you're on the back foot, then you'll play like you're on the back foot, and more often than not, the results would mean that the other team has the edge on you. That's 188 now for 4. So less than 100 now to get. 99 runs needed by the Volcanoes. The Scorpions still need to find a way to take 6 wickets. Miller bowls, and Edwards is forward. Plays it out to that mid-wicket region, and no run.
I think this is the perfect opportunity for somebody else to hold up their hands apart from Nikita Miller. He's been doing this now for a good part of a decade for the Jamaican team. Whereas whenever they need a wicket, whenever they need somebody to pull them over the line, he has been the man to do it year in, year out. I think this should be a perfect opportunity for somebody like an O'Shane Thomas or Renard Leverage to say, look, we can do it and we will do it. We're going to put our hands up and we're going to try and bowl our team to a victory here. That being said, I think the approach from the Volcanoes batting lineup has been very, very good and adequate for this particular chase.
Right, so here is Thomas continuing, and Hodge is right behind that. He's looked very solid as Hodge.
A fuller length there from Shane Thomas, but it didn't have a lot of venom behind it. It seemed as though he cut his pace a while ago just to try and get that ball straight. The few deliveries before the last over, he's trying to pace. All of them were going down the leg side. I think he just cut his pace a while ago to ensure he got his lines better.
All right, let's see as Thomas runs and goes to Hodge again down the left side. And Leverage has been asked to do some work down there at the long leg fence. He's not getting the radar right as Shane Thomas. too many deliveries in the park, and he hasn't been able to make a real impact so far. 189 now for four, that's the 98 needed. And Edwards comes back on strike. Edwards is on 39. Hodge with that single went up to 24, by the way. And these two have added, is that 32, the partnership?
Indeed.
So these two have added 32 valuable runs.
So Shane Thomas, he's generally struggled with the old ball, and he's struggling here again.
Here's he. And left alone by Edwards, that was short. Another batsman on another day and another pitch under other circumstances probably would have gone for the cut shot because it was short and inviting. But Edwards has been looking to play rather straight for the most part down the ground. Haven't seen him attempting too many square-batted shots and continues to try to be as compact and as tight as possible.
And I know right at this moment, the captain, Kirk Paul Palmer Jr. I'll get back here. So I know that at this time, Captain Paul Palmer Jr. It must be playing on his mind that am I really going to be losing another game here? He is yet to win a game as captain for Jamaica, and he's captain about maybe 10 games so far for Jamaica, if that many, and he is yet to register a victory. So I'm sure that must be playing on his mind at this point in time.
Indeed, let's see. What will happen here is Shane Thomas continues again. And that's a short lifting delivery. Kirk spotted it early, got the back down, got the head and chest out of the way, and allowed it to go through rather harmlessly.
Again, too short. Again, much too short, much too short. And as I said earlier, Shane Thomas has struggled with the old ball and he continues to struggle with the old ball. I think this is where the young fast bowlers need to learn their skill with the old ball because this is when they will win matches for their teams.
Indeed. Here is Shane Thomas again. Again, wide outside of stump. Too wide to influence any kind of stroke play from Kirk Edwards. Another Shane Thomas over has come to an end. And again, not the most impressive 6 balls he would have delivered. And the Volcanoes continues to fight on. 189 now for 4. Edwards is on 39. Kavem Hodge is on 24. They have added, what? They started at 176 for 4. They've added 13 in rather easy fashion here, Kerry Scott.
Yeah, without taking any chances at all. I think they've batted extremely well so far. What we've seen from them are high percentage shots. Apart from that one little lapse from Kirk Edwards in the last over to Nikita Miller.
Miller bowls, and that's driven out to the man at mid-off. Kavem Hodge continues to look very compact, very sound, and no run resulting. Miller bowls again, and Hodge is forward. Well, knocked down by Asset Fiddle that Silly off. It's coming right out, smothering any spin that Nikita Miller might be imparting. As Miller will try again from round the wicket balls, and Hodge, a studious defensive shot. Everything covered, head over the ball, from knee bent, Patterson angle. This time he's forward again, it was straight around. And can't score.
He looks very, very comfortable at this point in time. He's getting a good stride in on Nikita Miller, which he certainly need to do.
Miller bowls, going for that ball or LBW, went for that straighter, quicker one. But the batsman was well forward, equal to the task. And Miller bowls again this time. A little bit more eager, a little bit shorter. And Hodge came on the back foot, comfortable play down to that minutes in the middle. End of another Nikita Miller over. And a main over at that. 189 to score continues to be the total.
I think maybe Rahman Powell may be considered about now. Not sure if it seems as though Shane Thomas, I'm not sure if Shane Thomas is at his best today. Rahman Powell, he has looked the most likely of the speedsters to get wickets. He's primarily bowled a fuller length, and that has really challenged the bowling. Mind you, this ball is some 75 overs old, so with another 5 overs, the new ball will be due. So it's not the fast bowler's best friend. And as we see the introduction now of John Campbell.
What would you, John Campbell bowled, what is it, 11 overs yesterday? Um, didn't take a wicket, went for 32 runs. No, he did take a wicket. He did
Got rid
get
of
rid
Devon
of
Smith.
Devon Smith with the ball spinning away from the left-handers, but with two right-handers there, I would think that this may be a little bit surprising. He maybe just keeping leverage and pull back for the new ball, as you mentioned. Maybe a few experimental overs from John Campbell is what the doctor has ordered. From round the wicket he bowls, and that one is worked away behind square for a single. Your thoughts on John Campbell getting the ball so early?
I mean, I'm surprised because I actually thought that maybe Fabian Allen would have been considered. I don't believe Fabian Allen has bowled a single ball this innings as yet.
No, he hasn't bowled in the second innings. Got a wicket in the first innings as well, so he could have been worth at front. And John Campbell is bowling with a slip, a leg slip, and a forward short leg. So the batsman has company, and that's worked away again, but this time can't score. Kevin Hodge was trying to steal a single to the left of that man leg slip, but didn't manage to score. John Campbell bowls to Hodge. Hodge is pushing it up towards extra cover, and can't beat the fielder there. So he'll have to be content with facing another delivery from John Campbell from round the wicket. He bowls, and this is work down towards that deep-minded region. Leverage comes off the fence to do the fielding. And another single. John Campbell may just be bowling a touch too straight. And another fielder coming from the offside into the leg side. So it's now a 6-3 leg side field here, Kariska. And the tactic clearly is to pitch leg stump spinning into the path. Your thoughts on this particular tactic?
I'm not sure if I like it because you're pretty much telling the batsman exactly what you're going to be doing. And as we saw that ball a while ago, pitch midland leg stump and spinning into the body of Edwards, and he didn't play. I suspect that is primarily what he'll be doing.
This time, Edwards is just dropping it into the leg side, doesn't score. End of John Campbell's first over. And it's now 191 for 4, so some 96 runs needed for a Volcanoes win. And you have to give the Volcanoes credit. Kerry Scott, they were trailing by 97 runs on first innings. And at that stage, it looked to be all over bar the shouting. But they bowled well in their second innings, restricted the Jamaicans to less than 200, and have certainly batted well in the second innings as well. So they've come back pretty well in this game. Nikita Miller starts well with delivery. Kevin Hodge is forward.
Yeah, one believes though, I'm sure the Scorpions would believe that just one wicket here and they could be in the money.
Miller bowls. Hodge is driving towards Miller. The most classic run drive. I think really just had adapted that and kept it on the ground. Here's Miller again. This time he's forward. Some of those deliveries can right up. They seem to pay Nikita Miller so much respect that they are a little bit reluctant to take him on. Some of those deliveries are right there, half volley length. And the batsman, for the most part, paying Miller on reputation as much as anything else. Here's Miller again. This time it's a little bit shorter. He's on the back foot, punched up towards extra cover now.
Again, Nikita Miller, I'm sure, would want a harder ball as well because he relies a lot on that hard ball to slide through.
Miller bowls, and this is driven up towards mid wicket again. Not really timing, not middling it. Losing his shape as he wanted to hit down the ground.
You sense that something could happen in this over.
He's forward. And they look competent on the defense. When they are playing defensive shot, the technique is all over. Everything that the textbook tells you to do. But a lot of these Windwards Volcanoes batsmen, once they're attacking the Keita Miller, the head goes in the air, the bat and the feet are all out of sync. And one of the things that they ought to be doing is learn to be able to play those attacking strokes in the Keita Miller without losing their shape.
Yeah, certainly. And one believes that John Campbell at this stage, he will certainly have to try and bowl a little bit more on that Midland off stump and get that ball spinning back.
Goes to Edwards. Edwards plays forward. The total 191 for 4 still. Edwards on 40. Hodge on 25. And 96 more runs needed. This one is played out. Well, no, there was no back there. But it didn't at the forward short leg position. It's picked up and relayed it back to the bowler. So a little conversation between John Campbell
And the captain.
and his captain, Paul Palmer. I wonder what that conversation is about. Because
Oh no, this seems like Nikita Miller. It seems like
Nikita Miller, right? Because the captain
is that leg gully.
is at leg gully.
I feel that this is more gamesmanship than anything else.
Still not operating.
Because look at as you look at the captain he has dropped back, gone to his left, and he's now right back in the same position he was in before.
I thought it was a 6-3 field, but it's actually a 7-2 leg-sided field here, Kerry Scott. With two people under the back, a forward short leg, a leg slip, and a long leg. And there's another fielder coming out on the offside now. And now it's a 6-3 field. So at one point, John Campbell was operating with 7 people on the onside, pitching mid and leg, and spinning down towards the leg stump. And what do you make of that? It's only marginally different now with one more fielder coming into the offside. Clearly, the plan is to bowl at the pass. This one is punched into the offside. And that's good batting from Kevin Hodge, realizing that there's acres and acres of space in the offside. And once the bowler is short, then you can back away irrespective of the line and get some runs in the offside. I'm not sure about this tactic.
And these are the
that Hodge is making.
And these are the difficulties you have when you have someone like a John Campbell bowling. That he's one of the type of players who one type of bowlers who, when he comes on, if he doesn't get things right almost immediately and start creating pressure, then he's going to leak some runs. You can back the good ones that he bowls, but then certainly he'll give you some 4 balls.
So here is it again. This one is pushed up towards extra cover. The thing about Kerry Scott is that you're asking a part-time bowler, which is what John Campbell is, useful part-time bowler though, to operate at one stage in a 7-2 field, which takes a lot of discipline. He's done it for the most part quite well, but I'm not sure of the tactic here. End of the over. And the Volcanoes, they have advanced to 196 for 4. Hodge is on 29. Kirk Edwards is on 41. And after a few more words from Kerry Scott, Ronaldo Brown is hovering by, or do I take one over, Kerry Scott?
Yeah, you can certainly you can take another over. I think you've been doing extremely well this morning.
Kerry Scott is the boss, people, so he wants another over of my company.
Nikita Miller, I believe, though, he certainly will have to try and maybe give this ball a little bit more air to try and tempt them into playing some shots.
Miller balls, and the batsman Edwards is forward, plays it back to the bowler.
Again, flighted on the Midland off stump, and Edwards just thought he would have, just blocked it up. He's not looking to score Miller.
Oh, that's a good ball. Bounce and just a little turn, but Edwards was wise to that delivery, drop the arms, allow it to go through. And Nikita Miller trying to use all his guy. Definitely, Scorpions will want this to be another big day for him. This one is worked out towards that straightest wicket position. No run.
I just believe, though, Orville, that somebody else will have to put up their hands today for Nikita Miller. Somebody else has to do that job.
Miller balls. Edwards is driving down towards that off. Easy single. And again, just nice, pleasant drive. Brings leverage off the fence. One more to the total. It's now 196 for 4, with Edwards now going to 42. Remember, the target is 287 to win the game. Miller Bowles and Hodge is steering that one out towards the man at point. It's no run.
I certainly would down to the carrot to Hodge. Hodge has shown in the last couple of balls that he's willing to play some shots.
Miller Bowles, that one is a little bit more flighted. It's hit down over the middle. The carrot was downward, but maybe middle should have been back at Lagan over his head. 4 runs the result. And after a few words from Kerry Scott, Renard Brown will take up the ball.
Yeah, so certainly I was about to say that, Hodge is looking to play some shots, and it would maybe serve Nikita Miller, well to give that ball a little bit of air. However, he would certainly need to drop the man at long on back. He didn't do that. He had both men still in the 30 yard, pretty much in that 30-yard area, and he hit it over the top. Very good shot from Hodge, and I'm almost sure right about now, Jamaicans, they must be panicking. 79 overs gone, and the Volcanoes, they require another. I'll allow Renata to do the math for me.
I think they require another 86 runs for victory. Good afternoon, Kerry. Good afternoon to our listeners and viewers on Cricket West Indies. As John Campbell continues from the Michael Holding end, he will bowl to the captain Kirk Edwards and defense is one. Defense is well. Funnily though, Kerry, was that Nikita Miller had mama for Kirk Edwards, but then had mid-on for Hodge.
Yeah, I think he believed that Hodge would have been a little bit more apprehensive in attacking him. But Hodge certainly has looked good so far today.
Here's John Campbell once more, delivered on the line of outside the leg stump, and again just bowling for that push to the man there at the leg gully almost. There's a long on, there's a mid off, a deep mid wicket, a long leg as well. Here's Campbell, this one push, drops in front of Paul Palmer Jr. and leg gully region. And again, you wonder here, Kerry, should the Jamaica Scorpions attack? Only 86 runs to get a whole day of cricket left. Should they attack this Windward Islands team? There's another delivery on the line of legs up, and again played easily by cricket.
I think they're trying to attack, but a ball that is 70 overs old. I think the new ball is due after at the end of this one. I believe that O'Shea Thomas was supposed to be the man to attack this morning.
So here's Campbell once more. An attempted six-off beats with the lead, but Thomas will run close to the boundary, goes into the ropes now. We'll wait for the signal, it's 4 byes. And regardless of that not coming off the bat, it will still hurt the Jamaica Scorpions team.
And again, you can see people's head in the ground. Hassan put it in. He's looking down in the ground every time they score a run. The team just looks very flat to me. They don't look optimistic. And I believe that is rubbing off in the performance.
And a couple of drop catches yesterday didn't help them either. Here's Campbell once more, flighted delivery again. Edwards is on the front foot, smothers whatever spin there was. And the over comes to an end. And at the end of that over, it is 205 for the loss of 4. 80 overs completed and carried. And so then you think the Jamaica Scorpions will take the new ball?
Eventually, but certainly not just now. I think maybe they should use this ball a little bit longer, maybe another 4 or 5 overs or so, before that new ball is introduced. Shane Thomas, he wasn't very good today at the start, but Renard Leverage and Ravman Powell, certainly they'll be asked to do a very big job for their team.
Here's Nikita Miller, just delivered short of a length on the back foot was hot and defends it well. So the 200 came up in the last over from Nikita Miller. The partnership is now at 48, another milestone being edged closer to these Spears are short. Delivery on the back foot, tackling the man at backward point to Robin Powell. Who you think that? I think that should the Jamaica Scorpions take the new ball, we might see Robin Powell not too long from there. Here's Miller once more, flighted, delivering hot on the front foot comfortably, bringing it back to the ball.
I'm just thinking about rethinking my earlier answer. I think maybe the new ball should be taken at this stage.
Well, let's see what they will do after this. Here's Nikita Miller once more, and delivering. The back foot was hot, but an inside edge on that back foot. And there is no run. I reckon that the Jamaica Scorpions should take it as long as it's available. They need something. This ball did not do much for them last night. There's another delivery outside the off stump, and it isn't doing much in the early goings of this stage 4 either.
The challenge with taking a new ball, though, if your fast bowlers aren't on point, it could go very quickly. Yeah, Nikita Miller, he has done an extremely tiresome job for his team. And I think that, as I said to Orville earlier, that I believe that this game just smells like one of those games that somebody else has to put a bare hand and do it for the Scorpions. Nikita Miller has been doing it for now over a decade. And I'm sure that somebody else out there must now say to themselves, look, this man has been doing it for so long, it is now my time to do the job for my team.
I'm going to ask a question here because John Campbell is going to bowl his 17th over from that Michael Holding end. Fabian Allen, left arm spinner, similar to Nikita Miller, but the only difference is that he don't necessarily bowl with a lot of flat. Do we go to Fabian Allen as the other spin option? Here is Edwards advancing, a couple of bounces to the man at long on, and they go through for the single. Should we see Fabian Allen if they're going to continue use this whole ball?
Well, certainly. I mean, but at this point in time, you really wouldn't want to get Fabian Allen in the attack. Certainly, they could have done that instead of John Campbell. That's what I thought. But at the end of the day, they certainly will have to try and use that new ball, in my opinion, and do the job for them.
And here is John Campbell. Not a ball to Hodge. This one outside the off stump. So he has changed his modus operandi. Has gone over the wicket to Hodge. There's a deep straight mid wicket. There's a long leg as well, a long on. As he bowls to Hodge. Hodge chucks this one behind square. They go through for the single. Easy single there. And the Windward Islands team, they don't even have to push the initiative. They can do it in singles because they have what? Three sessions, really?
And certainly, and they're going about their business in a very calm and casual manner. They've not taken many chances today, which is very good. I like their approach to this innings from yesterday. You saw a totally different approach. It started with the old McGabriel. He didn't look the same scared, coward type of player as he did in the first innings.
The 50 partnership came up just then with that single, by the way, as this one again is defended. So we've seen a couple of partnerships from this Windward Islands team. We've also seen them lose wickets in clusters. So anything can happen from here on in. It's not a game that is done and dusted and just waiting for the fat lady to sing. We still have a game on our hands here at Savannah Park. It's bright sunshine. It's a day-night contest. It's day number 4. The Scorpions looking for their first win in 2 games. The Volcanoes looking for their second win in 3 games. Here's John Campbell over the wicket now to bowl to Hodge. Edwards it was who plays this one down and long on and gets the single, and he pushes his score now up to 44. I don't necessarily like that. You push on the front foot, that delivery to long on is always a single. I want to have Kirk Edwards to take on the fielders.
The challenge you have is if he does take one and is successful, the runs could be over in a quick flash.
As it stands though, Kerry, chances are the runs will be wiped away anyway. Your best chance of winning this game for the Jamaica Scorpions is taking wickets. You can't defend what 8-yard runs now. You're looking at it's not even 8-yard runs. I reckon it's about 79 runs now to win. So I think wickets with 6 wickets in hand, you have to get wickets. That should be the thinking of the Jamaica Scorpions team. The Windwards, they can bat all day.
Certainly, but I'm not sure if getting Kirk Edwards out at mid-on is within their plans. I figure more or less they are thinking of getting him out, caught around the back, LBW. That's the type of thing that you're looking to get him out with. But I mean, cricket is a game of glorious uncertainties.
It is. Edwards looks so comfortable against the spinners. And you think that if you have a batsman that's so comfortable against spinners and against your spinners now, that you really should look to shake things up. Here's Nikita Miller. You can look comfortable to him, and then the next time you're on your way back to the pavilion, there is no run there. 82.2 overs completed in this second innings for the Volcanoes, and they're well and truly on their way for a win here. Another 79 runs to get.
Kirk Edwards eyeing his half century.
Is another delivery push down to long on, and guess what? It's another single, and it's Amin Williams, a substitute fielder down there at long on, and immediately the man at long on and the man at long off, they come inside, but based on the shot before, Nikita Miller has asked him to stay long on and long off. Here he is once more, a flat to delivery, beaten outside the off stump was Hodge. That was a very good delivery from Nikita Miller.
That ball spun and bounced Hodge was beating all ends up. Those are the ones that you hope don't spin that much. Spin just a little bit to take that edge.
Here's Miller once more. Short delivery on the back foot. Punches this one. Passes the man and slip. It runs into the boundary for four. Robin Powell gave chase but couldn't reel it in. So Hodge continues his free-flowing scoring. And the Jamaica Scorpions now they really need a wicket to break this partnership.
Certainly, and I just believe that they missed a trick by not taking a new ball a couple of overs before now. As I said, when I just saw it, I said, maybe they could bowl another 3 or 4 overs, which are which apparently that's what they heard and they're doing. But certainly, I believe the new ball would give them the best opportunity to get a wicket at this point in time. Nikita Miller has bowled some 37 overs, and I'm sure he must be tired. Must be an opportunity for somebody else to come and get some wickets. As I take my leave, allow you to talk us through until Sean Johnson replaces me.
It's funny, and I put the first question to Sean as he takes the hot seat is whether or not the Jamaica Scorpions, their most lethal weapon in Nikita Miller, is also maybe hurting them a little bit because with the old ball, he will get bounced, he will get turned, but with the new ball, he won't necessarily get that. Is it that they're thinking, Sean, that Nikita Miller is their best option of taking a wicket, so they're delaying taking the new ball?
Uh, Good afternoon, listeners. I think what's weighing on the captain's mind, as Paul Palmer, is that with the hard ball, and we've seen how the pitch has played, not much assistance since day two, since the evening of day one, not much assistance. So he's probably thinking to himself, his best chance is to keep the batsman batting the old ball, which is harder to get away. And these two batsmen, whether we like it or not, are top order batsmen and they can get the new ball away. However, there's the advantage of the new ball swinging, and it's possible that he could get wickets. So, in my estimation, I would say take the new ball, see what you can get, and if not, then you'd have to bank on your spinners. The spinners aren't getting the wickets anyways, so might as well you try. Interestingly, what I would have tried is Ravman Powell. He has been the pick of the bowlers. He got 5 wickets in the first innings. He's gotten a wicket or two, and he has troubled the batsman last night. I would give him a chance with the new ball.
Well, I tell you what, Bernard Leverage is coming in from that Michael coaching, and I'm not sure there was a signal of the new ball being taken. I don't think it was. Here's Leverage, nonetheless, passes umpire Taylor, delivery on the line of the off stump. That's pushed out to that man at backward point. There is no run. The score remains at 213 for the loss of 4 wickets. Windwards is there on 45. The captain of the Windwards with him is Kevin Hodge on 38. And the two, they put on some 56 runs for the fifth wicket.
That's right. And what we see here is a really orthodox field. Two men on the leg side, along with O'Shane Thomas, who's at fine leg. And we imagine that this delivery now will be, try to bowl, get that outside edge, but we will see what happens.
Here is Leverage. And this delivery again from Edwards. Beats the man at Gully and run close to the boundary. And Wayne Williams chases after it. A diving effort, but I think that was in vain. Indeed it was. So another boundary to Kevin Hodge. And the score reduces by 4 runs. That was a decent shot there. Just think he opened the back face and guided it past the man at Gully for 4 runs.
Just as I was saying, outside of some the natural swing of leverage guiding Edwards coming in the line of that delivery and just guiding it through that region, which these players they don't play with third man anymore. When I was growing up, we used third man a lot, and he saved us a lot of runs. The pitch is not bouncing as much, and I think it would be better to save some runs now and further. Seem to be about 70 something runs.
It only took 2 deliveries from this Leverage over for them to take the new ball. By the way, let's see what he does with the new shiny delivery. And that again was outside the off stump. So the new ball we can tell has been taken, and it comes 2 deliveries into a new spell by Bernard Leverage. And I think that shot showed Captain Paul Palmer Jr. that look, Bernard Leverage will not get much out of this surface with that old ball.
Agreed. These two batsmen are set. Edwards on 49 and Hodge on 38. The captain Paul Palmer, he would want to get all he can out of this new ball, and Leverage would certainly need to put in as much effort as he can to get rid of these two batsmen.
Yes, Bernard Leverage again now to go to Edwards. This delivery, and I telling what he was in the delivery early and popped it back almost back to the bowler who was coming in. That was a gallant effort from Renard Leverage. It took some doing getting down that tall figure, but Kirk Edwards in the end survives.
Very early into the stroke there, Kirk Edwards, and almost got caught on board, but no chance in the end. It fell well short of the diving Renard Leverage. And Kirk Edwards lives to fight another day. 49 runs to him, 130 deliveries. That's a lot of time at the wicket. He has only hit 3-4 so far and 1-6.
So, in the captain's innings here, but already that shot shows you what the new ball can do. Here's Renard Leverage once more to bowl to the Volcanoes captain, Kirk Edwards. This delivery, roughing him somewhat, gets it into that offside region, and Wayne Williams does the fielding, and they go through for a quick single. It brings Hodge on strike, and he'll have what, two deliveries to face, but that as well was a half century for the captain Kirk Edwards, a well played half century, coming up off of 131 deliveries, and he's been at the crease for 156 minutes. That's a captain's knock if there ever was one.
And what I like about the Windward Islands batting, as Kerry said it, they have come out positively. They have run the singles hard, and the Scorpions should take a note from their running. They run and run and run, and as you said yesterday, the Scorpions are probably 20 to 30 runs short of a better score because they turned down so many early opportunities to run the singles hard.
I won't take credit for that. It was nothing at the chairman who said it. Here's Werner Leverage now to bowl to Hodge. This delivery has him on the back foot and defends it well. And there is no run. One delivery to come in this over. So the Volcanoes, they're way to victory here. The Jamaica Scorpions, you reckon should they get one or maybe two wickets here in quick succession that it would set the cap on the period? Well, that was the over. The board said that had been five deliveries. The umpires, they concurred and they decided that that was the end of the over from Renard Leverage, the end of over number 84. Leverage, surprisingly, has bowled 9 overs, 4 millings, none for 29. A little bit surprising that he has only bowled 9 overs in the second innings in comparison to Nikita Miller, who has bowled 37 overs. It shows that the Jamaica Scorpions felt as if they were on the back foot from the get go.
Yes, it is certainly a surprise. Although he being the most inconsistent of all the fast bowlers, I guess that's the reason for the captain to be bowling Nikita Miller. And again, Nikita Miller is the man who takes his cap from the umpire Leslie Reefer Jr. A very new ball, and I think it would be a very good opportunity to give Rahman Powell a bowl. Let him try at least with the new ball because the Windward Islands Volcanoes, they're really not looking to take any chances at all of Nikita Miller. And you've seen where he has bowled some deliveries that they were there for the taking, but the batsmen, due to so much respect that they have for Nikita Miller, they refused to play a stroke in anger. And as such, he got away with it basically.
I'm going to put this to you. Is it a situation where Nikita Miller's seniority is maybe in a situation like this hurting the Jamaica Scorpions just a little bit because they're afraid to take that ball from Nikita Miller even though he's not getting the wickets. Mind you, he might not be far away from a wicket and the other bowlers are inconsistent. But why not utilize your fast bowlers with the new ball? Here's Miller though, he can get a wicket here. A sweep shot comes out, gets it behind square. Leverage comes around to his right, picks it up, and they go through for the second. So 2 runs to Kirk Edwards, 2 runs, so the total goes up now to 220 for the loss of 4. Means then that the Volcanoes are now what, 67 runs away from victory.
Right, and trust it is, and patience, a patience game, but we'll see if the captain can wait longer.
Here's Edwards on the front foot, drives this one down to the man at long off. And I tell you what, with the new ball, everyone knows that the new ball won't spin. And won't spin that much, so the batsman will come on the front foot and almost play Nikita Miller as a medium pace bowler.
Some adjustment in the field now. Long off is coming up into what would have been about 30 yards from the pitch.
Here's Miller, just delivered shot to the left. And Hodge was able to get onto the back foot but didn't get it away. There is no run.
Good bowling there by Nikita Miller, trying to penetrate the batsman's defense.
Here's another delivery outside the off stump, Hart again on the front foot. It's about the ease of which they have been playing Nikita Miller from the start of this innings, the Volcanoes. Here's the former Jamaica skipper. And delivery again outside the off-stump. Hodge was easing back in defense, was also looking for the single, but there was none on offer.
None whatsoever. I'm sure if he tried to make an attempt to run that, he would have been run out.
3 runs off the over so far. Here's Hodge again and defends again into that offside, and there is no run. So Nikita Miller, another unsuccessful over for him. That's over number 38 for him. 10 maidens within that. Has conceded 79 runs and have only taken the wicket off Tariq Gabriel.
And very good over there by Nikita Miller. We'll see if the Scorpions persist with Renard Leverage. It seems to be him as he's going to his mark now. The cap being taken there by Rahman Powell. But they need to make some adjustment in how they are bowling to this the two set Volcanoes batsmen. The line is the outside the off stump. They are not backing up the boundaries. There's no deep point. We saw deep point being used for the entire innings for the Scorpions, and every time they would cut or use that third man region, they would only get 1 or 2 runs. Now, I think that captain should look into that and try to save some of the runs at this point.
Here is Renard Leverage to bowl to Edwards, who defends this one. Down and alongside the pitch, and there is no run. The thing about that, though, Sean, that I think again, so two slipper man and got it backward point, cover mid off, mid on. There's a short mid wicket as well, and a man at fine leg. I'm not sure the Jamaica Scorpions are attacking enough. There's 60 on runs to get a victory for the Volcanoes, 6 wickets in the bag. You reckon you'll have to get wickets to win this game? Here's Leverage once more, searching for a wicket, hit on the pad, non appeal. And umpire Chris Taylor says not out quite quickly. That was angling down the leg side.
It was also a bit high. Kirkhead was a tall man down the leg side, yes. Leverage had to run across the pitch to pick up that delivery, and you could see from the moment he touched down that it was really going to be a not out decision.
I'm looking down, and the man at long off is, well, man at fine leg is a Shane Thomas. And I'm not seeing where Shane is warming up. So maybe they will persist with Nikita Miller. I'm just looking at a Shane. I saw him doing some stretch. I'm not sure I'm seeing him warming up just yet. Here's Bernard Leverage. Here's a delivery that's popped up and falls just in front of the man coming in from backward point. So it shows that maybe it's just the day of Kirk